Now that we've scheduled your project, we want to make sure you're prepared for the construction process to ensure a smooth build. To avoid any surprises or inconveniences, we've put together a list of things to keep in mind or take care of beforehand. If you have any questions, feel free to give our scheduling coordinator a call. Material delivery. The materials will be delivered sometime between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. on the scheduled delivery date. Brookins does not deliver, so please note that we do not know exactly when materials will be delivered, just the date that they are scheduled for arrival. Start date and time frame. We try our absolute best to give our homeowners a realistic start date, but please bear in mind that there are countless extenuating circumstances that can affect the schedule. Inclement weather, surprises on the job before yours, material delays, crew leaders may get sick or even have emergency situations. We will do our best to keep you up to date with any schedule changes along the way. Thank you in advance for your patience and understanding. Assuming the weather cooperates, the project should take 1 to 2 days to complete unless otherwise discussed. Early starts. Our crew can start as early as 7 a.m., so please bear that in mind. They may arrive earlier to get set up, but they won't start working on your roof until 7 a.m. to avoid any noise disturbances. Satellites. We'll need to detach your satellite during the roof construction if it is secured to your current shingles. To avoid missing your favorite shows, please call your satellite provider ahead of time to schedule a reset. Unfortunately, we can't do this for you since we're not authorized to request service on your account. Move vehicles. Before the construction starts, please park your vehicles on the street to avoid being blocked in your driveway or garage. Noise. It's important to keep in mind that the construction process can be quite noisy and disruptive, involving pounding, the use of nail guns, and generators. This could pose a challenge for those who work from home and have scheduled phone calls or meetings, or for those who have pets or young children who may be sensitive to loud noises. To ensure that you can work or live comfortably during the construction process, it may be worth considering making some arrangements ahead of time. Nails. As you can imagine, the construction of a roof involves a lot of nails. Just as many come off the roof as go on it. Our crew will do their very best to minimize the mess, using tarps during tear-off and employing a magnetic roller to pick up any nails we might have missed after the job is completed. However, it is impossible to get every single one. Please be careful after the project is complete and keep your eye out for any strays. In some instances, if the crew finishes late and it's getting dark, there may be more nails left than usual. If you're finding an unacceptable amount of debris in the yard, please do not hesitate to contact your project manager and we'll be more than happy to swing by and tidy up the area for you. Mow your lawn. If you have the opportunity to mow your lawn a day or two before we show up, it makes it much easier for us to get as many nails as possible before we leave. Outdoor furniture. Please move any lawn furniture, yard art, or grills away from the side of the house to protect it from debris during construction. We don't want to damage anything. If you need the help of some strong men, please don't hesitate to ask your project manager for help moving things before we get started. Plants. Our crews will do their best to protect landscaping immediately around the house, but unfortunately plants cannot be temporarily moved like lawn chairs or grills. We apologize in advance if any shrubs lose a branch or any flowers get squished. Neighbors. If you can let your neighbors to the left and right of you know that you will be having upcoming construction on your house to prepare them for any noise or in case they need to move their vehicles, that would be greatly appreciated. Project manager and final walkthrough. You'll have a dedicated project manager on site throughout the day. He will oversee the crews to ensure quality control. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to address it with him. He will also conduct a final walkthrough at the end of the project with you. Please be diligent and point out any concerns you have at this time. If you're unable to be present for the final walkthrough, please reach out to your project manager the next day with any questions. Leftover material. We always order more materials than we need on a job because it is better to have some left over than not enough, as it can delay projects by a couple of days to over a week if we run out. Any leftovers will be picked up by our supplier after the completion of the project. Please keep in mind that the leftover materials may be at your property for a few days after the roof completion until the supplier can pick them up. Payment. As discussed when scheduling, your production payment is due on the day we begin work. You can either mail a check to our office in Windsor or hand a check to the project manager. Your satisfaction is our number one priority. We want this to be a painless process for you with as few inconveniences as possible, and our goal is that you will be a pleased customer after the job is done. Please let us know what we can do to make this a positive experience for you and your family. Thank you again for choosing Brookins Construction and for allowing us to help you with this project.